Fleener, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Well, before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back?
Give me that. What's up? What's up, Carlos? Let's go, Carlos. Shut that shit down. Let's go, Carlos. Shit.
Dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home
You
Defensive
crazy.
Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive.
I'll watch you every goddamn boy. I'm just a dog like that.
I think you would agree of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last to the league.
Shut that shit down. No. Where you see that at, Carlos? Where you see that at?
Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
Where you see that at, Carlos?
First down after that last completion. On third down, Roethlisberger escaping.
Damn, I seen that.
He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left.
Oh my God.
And this is
Picked it.
what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down.
Shut that shit down, Carlos.
A cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
He said, all right, let's go. Shut this shit down.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steelers.
Hey, Dominic, hey, I'm going to holler at you, dog.
So still a full 10 yards to go here for the offense on third down.
Cold. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left.
Shut that shit down. Let's go, Carlos. Carlos, where you at, boy? Cut this motherfucking game off. Shit. That's that cold. White D. Cold white D. Shit, nigga.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boom.
Hell no, we ain't going to get that. We'll take that at the good old 20. At the good old 20.
For a touchback. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback needy.
He's got the lane, and there he goes.
Alvin Kamara! Let's go, Carlos! Cut this motherfucking game off! Cut this game off, Carlos! You cut this motherfucking game off! You cut it off! Cut it off! Shit!
Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great.
This ain't Mike McGinnis you playing.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going for the defense?
Yeah, Dominique, you watching that shit? I want you, Dominique! That's the reason why I'm doing this shit!
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is.
Go ahead and, hey, Carlos, I'm about to go ahead and light my L back up. That's how good I'm feeling, Carlos. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and light my L back up. Boy, you better get out that stupid shit.
$37 million.
Incredible.
Get out of that shit. Hey.
The Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So, congratulations.
Oh my God. Oh shit. Thank you, Jesus. Woo. We almost gave up a touchdown, fella. On some dumb shit. And he gonna try it again. I know he is. Watch him. Yep, look at him.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, 60 yards. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over. This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
He go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breeze now to throw. Left side and caught by Flainer. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense, and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back to the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. As you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game, not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Again, it's Bell. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
You cut this motherfucking game off, Carlos. You cut this goddamn game off. I'm a dog out here. This is not Mike McGinnis who playing. This is Mike Moody. Nigga.
And that'll make make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Now you got to come back to that dome. And you know it's tough when you come to that dome. Shit. Thought you was finna go to goddamn, what, 4-game winning streak on me? That's all over with now. You got to start all over, dog. You got to start all over, Carlos. Oh, dog.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell.
You better run out of bounds. What else you got? What else can you do, Carlos? You better run your ass out of bounds. What else you got? You ain't got a goddamn thing. I'm a dog out here, dog.
Big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit.
Oh, my God.
And into the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh, my God. How is he doing it?
53 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, fellas, you know we got to go score then.
Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that.
It's a
Alvin Kamara! What's up, Carlos? What's up, Carlos? What's up, Carlos? Huh? I'm a dog out here. I'm the realest nigga you know, Carlos.
He's been a busy man.
I'm a dog.
He knocks another one through to extend the lead. Morstead helped to kick it off.
Alvin Kamara.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back.
Should have been a pick.
Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more.
Shut that shit down, Carlos.
And now the Saints are going to take a time.
Give you another chance at that. I'm going to give you another chance.
First, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Ah!
He finds McDonald.
Oh.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44.
Yeah, you better call that timeout, Carlos. What else you going to do,
Whistles
dog?
come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Where you at, Carlos?
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first.
Ah, give me that shit.
Traffic and it's intercepted. Picked up by Ken.
Where? Where do you see that at, Carlos? Carlos, where do you see that at? You tell me.
Late in the clock, second quarter. Why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Oh, can't go and bite.
The 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Saints
Michael Thomas.
I heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent
Call my
cushion.
dog. Dominique Tyler.
Those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Well, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They go back to the air here after the INT.
Give me that shit! Oh my God, that should have been a pick. How the fuck they pussy get that shit? That's some bullshit.
13 seconds to play in half number one. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll be down deep into
Kick your field goal.
territory. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can try out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Boswell's kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this
Shut that shit down.
This is a really
Where?
important drive.
Where do you see that at?
We often talk about teams
Where do you see
scripting
that at,
plays to
Carlos?
start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Bell is so good at that. He just catches so many passes near the line of scrimmage. In fact, the unique stat line for him last year had more yards after the catch than total receiving yards from the line of scrimmage on the season.
That doesn't even sound real, but when you analyze his game, you understand why a stat like that can occur. His ability to catch the ball, be elusive, and also strong enough to break tackles, that allows him to gain all that extra yardage.
Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. He's just going to get rid of this thing to no one.
Where you ain't nowhere to go to, Carlos. Ain't nowhere to throw to, Carlos. Carlos has nowhere to throw to. He has nowhere to throw.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. To throw again is Roethlisberger.
Ah, shut down! Shit!
It to Bryant. Past the 20. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, 65 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Ingram again. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And the play clock's running down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's got room. There goes Mark Ingram, the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 60 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Just keeping the play alive. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Oh, he just needed to throw it away, but instead out of bounds he goes, and that's a sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Breeze hands to Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out. But a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Time running out here on the play clock. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Saints on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Kamara. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
All right, here we go. Black 20. No spacing. Good.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep here for Bryant. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. That'll bring up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Second down now after the incompletion. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with...
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Martavis Bryant, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Breeze. And Gen's got it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Toss play, Kamara. There he goes right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. 58 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. And this one through the uprights and good. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And the Steelers set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Let's go.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard at the 49. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They go play action with Roethlisberger. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ken Crawley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the D-line's going to spread out. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the...
There goes Mark Ingram. 30, 10, 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints are pouring it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll go again with Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Jordan Berry now. He's been terrific so far. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment, and to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Bree's going to throw here. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he's brought down. Breeze finding Snead there for a safe first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside. Make a move.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
you're not. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does them in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime.
it.
A dime, which is just very simple for them.